what are we doing here? We need to stop and get our load. What's going on, guys? We are finally back behind the wheel here with American Truck Simulator. After a bit of a hiatus, seeing how I had switched over from Fanatec to Thrustmaster. Now using a T300 RS GT set of wheels, pedals and wheel. I'm still using the CSL Elite. And well, not CSL Elite, I'm using the SQ 1.5 shifter and the CKR S, whatever the fuck it is, shift knob, CSIO, Eaton Fuller 18 speed. So we're gonna back up underneath this tank here. We're gonna take it onto Florida. We're going to be leaving out of Charleston, West Virginia. We'll make that East Coast run down to Florida here. And once again, we are still in the Kenworth W900B. Definitely a little bit different. I get used to the smaller rim size here of the Thrustmaster, but the neat thing is I can actually have the force feedback up a little bit higher. It doesn't throw me all around like the Fanatec wheel did. I guess that would be the fact that I'm only on an 11-inch rim right now. As we make our way to the interstate, we're about to start heading southward. It's been a while since I've used them. A little bit rusty. Why is these? Alright, we gotta figure out why the splitter's not working here. Not the splitter, but let's check it out here real quick. Options, controls. Run down here past all our buttons. Shifter toggle 2. This is the one we need more importantly. We need this one to work. That should be saying button 1, not 2. No? See if that works. Yeah, there we go. Don't know why the splitter wasn't working. I think my shifter might be mad at me because I haven't used it in forever. I've been waiting on an RJ12 data cable for a while. It's weird because I've been using, and once again, it's not working. Like every once in a while, there we go. This is weird. It's like maybe the magnet's starting to go. We're gonna have to pay attention there as we go into our half gears. Would you like to shift, please? Thank you. Nope. There, jeez. I don't know if something got up in there and got dirty or what, but it's not going through the half gears as well as it should. Might have to check it out and see if there's something in there. It goes fine when you go back to low range, but getting it into high range is proving a bit tricky. Worked that time there. And like you can hear it clicking every once in a while, but it doesn't engage into the high range. So our range selector is being a little bit troublesome. Come on. There we go. Guess we're just gonna do what we can. Now I've got the wheel set up to where I can feel when the engine's bogging down. I've got it set up a lot different than I had the Fanatec. The Fanatec was pretty much dead. No force feedback. This one actually does have some. It's nice to actually feel the steering wheel vibrating while this thing is lugging under load. And hopefully we don't have too many more problems with that range selector. Our splitter's working just perfect. We can go back and forth between the basement and the attic gears, no problem. This is just splitting the high and low ranges. It's nice actually having some force feedback in the steering. We're going to tempt fate here, and we're going to try, I think, maybe 80 mile an hour for cruise. Might take me a little bit of getting used to this, but we're going to find out. There we go. Now remember, all my buttons aren't the same as they used to be. Having the PlayStation rim on it, button sequence obviously is laid out like a PlayStation 4 controller, just spread across the rim. So we are going to make our way down into Virginia now. Rain is all but let up, so we're just going to go ahead and kill our wipers. Oh, these guys get out here and they stall out traffic. Nonetheless, we will continue on. Hopefully I don't get stuck behind these guys too much longer. And yeah, make a clean pass without having to use the shoulder, aka the auxiliary passing lane. There you go. Oh, you were an 8 high, come on. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I know it's just a magnet connection. It might be just a loose wire up in there, but the problem is you can't really see because the way the wires are run up into the shifter. It might be something a little funky up there. I know it's a solid line, but still wanted to give room to that auto rack thing there. Come on, baby. a 10-hour trip as we make it into North Carolina. 614 miles to go. Our estimated time of arrival is 7:42 a.m. Okay, now it's not even going into low gear here. Something might be going on with the shifter finally after all the time. Well, let's see. It's almost like our magnet's dying in it or something. All fails. Hit it. Now we're stuck in a high range situation here. Cannot get it to go into cannot get it to go into freaking it's still got the magnet throw, so I'm wondering if it's just something maybe the way the wires run in the shifter. We're gonna go ahead and take the screws off of this real quick and see if I can get the little USB board freed up here and moved around where it's not in a jammed up position here. Actually, we're gonna try something here while we're in calibration. Hey, look, now it's showing up as button 1 instead of button 0, because that's what it's supposed to show up as. So we're going to gingerly slide our cap back up there. I'm going to put maybe one screw back in the shifter itself. Now, this thing has seen a ton of use. I have used it for, God, years now, a couple of years. So I'm going to go ahead and put the back screw here in the actual knob. And we're going to see if we can get it to stay doing what it's supposed to do now. Now we were over an 8 high. There we go, look at that. Fixed it. There we go, we're back, rocking and rolling now. Might have had something pinched there, but nonetheless we got her fixed. It was showing up as the wrong button there. I knew something was up when it was showing button 2 instead of 1. We're going to cross over I-40 here. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Oh, good thing I didn't cause any damage to the trailer. It was weird. It kind of like pulled me in there. That was strange. Get back over in the middle lane here. That third lane's going to end. Now this is a a lot more comfortable than running on the V3 pedals. And oddly enough, with the vibration that I've got coming out of the wheel, I can feel vibration in the pedals because it's translated through the 80/20 racing cockpit that I'm in. I'm going to shift into 8 high. Go ahead and reset our cruise control. Only problem is now not having the 90 kg load cell that the Fanatec V3s had. I can't rest my feet on the brakes anymore. Or I can't rest it on the clutch. I can, however, rest it on the gas pedal. Because when we're in the cruise, the gas just gives you the opportunity to give it a little bit more throttle going up these hills, and we still have 10 mile an hour to gain to get back up to our cruise control speed. I can play with the throttle all I want. It's not going to affect the cruise control on this truck. I was hoping that guy didn't pull out in front. As we are entering into South Carolina, next state will be, oh shit. That's the only downfall of holding your foot. Oh, hey, that's not cool. Oh, shingles, that. I forgot. I reset the cruise, so now I gotta get it back up to 80 miles an hour to get to cruise. Like I said, the rustiness is really showing. I'm glad I'm not in multiplayer. I'd probably be pissing off a lot of people. I'm sure there's some updates for that as well, too. Be nice, too. I haven't been following the SCS forum a lot lately. I've been pretty busy with a lot of life stuff, other than what you guys normally see me doing on the weekends, where now we're going to be doing the Saturday, Sunday, Monday sweep with iRacing between Cyber Racing and Die Hard Racing. Saturday we were at Daytona and Cyber. Last night we were at Phoenix with Die Hard. Tonight we're going to be at Talladega, I believe, or maybe Daytona again with the Xfinity cars. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember where we raced last. I think it was we raced Talladega, so we might be at Daytona. Who knows? All I know is we will be live on air covering that event. There's a fallout between the old broadcast crew and Cyber Racing, so I was contacted and I was more than happy to extend my coverage with the Monday Night Series as well. Might be throwing up some iRacing videos too, as week 13 is finally coming to a close. Take a look at the season schedule, see what they got going on. But I will be getting my double promotion. Our cruise is set. And I can take it right back off because we have to make this jump over. What the fuck? Did we just hit like a wall or something? On like a skywall? Is that an invisible barrier? What the hell happened? did not do any damage to the truck, did not do any damage to the trailer. That was kind of freaky. One second we were driving right along, the next second we're up in the air. We come up on the Columbia, South Carolina interchange here. Waiting dead. We got some bushes here. Nicely banked corners here. Oh, this is a nice steep ramp. All right. Merged interstates. Hopefully we're not going to be doing any more jumping around. Boy. Yeah, that guy's got to get over, and I had no room to do it. I was squeezed by two four-wheelers. Come on, baby. Resume cruise control here. And have to take it right back off. Had to get around that PT Cruiser, didn't you? Ford Focus. Come on, dude. Put your signal on, get back in the other lane. Well, I guess we're stuck behind the Ford Focus and the windowless panel van there as we're coming up on the slower truck here where we're going to have to merge once again, so get in behind this slower tanker as we head towards Jacksonville and all that good jazz. wanting to hit the radio buttons, but I know that that's not gonna work. Let's show this damn thing weigh. 55,000 pounds. Not the heaviest thing I've pulled. This truck's actually pulled heavier, but still nonetheless. It's a heavy piece of military equipment. Starting to drag us down a little bit. Yeah, actually I think I can make better shifts with these GT pedals than I could the V3. I think I'm making a lot smoother shifts with a simpler set of pedals. Now, in the future I do see some T3PA Pros, maybe. All depends on how serious I want to get back into racing. I do know I'm going to end up with the Sparco Rally rim because I need a 13-inch rim versus this 11 one. When you look at bang for your buck and versatility, Thrustmaster definitely is the clear winner on that one, as they have a plethora of rim options for both the, I believe it's the 150, the 300, and the 500. 500 being their big boy. I've got their 300 base. As I say, I like it a lot better than the Fanatec. The only disadvantage to the Thrustmaster is there is no off button on it. It's literally just, you have to unplug the USB from the back of the computer, and it was a little bit of a pain in the ass installing the driver software for the CSW adapter, because I had to re-download the entire Fanatec driver package just to run friggin' CSW adapter so I could use my shifter again, my H pattern. But that's something that now I can go back into iRacing finally and change. Take the paddle shifting off my cars and go back to an H pattern shifter. Leave the paddle for road, but oval side I can go back to an H. Feels so weird when you're downshifting and clutching with paddles. I'm used to one hand on the wheel, one hand on the shifter under caution, putting it in neutral or rolling the clutch. Rolling the clutch with the paddles is easy, but going to neutral, that is a bitch if you've got downshift all the way. Let's see, looking at our time, we've cut about 10 minutes off 240 miles to go, 4 hours basically. And our time's continuing to shrink, so we're getting there. It's now 3:37 in the morning. Our expected delivery time is 7:33 a.m. It seems like I've been doing a lot of runs down to Florida. I probably should have pulled in there for fuel, but we are at about just over half on the tanks, so I'm not too worried about it. And I see we're about to come to the South Carolina-Georgia border. Yep, there's the South Carolina-Georgia border. Means we only have one more state that we're going to have to get into is we come into Savannah here. I always love coming down here though, because when we switch over to here, they got some cool bridges and stuff. So now we're in the Peach State, Georgia. Yeah, get down to the Sunshine State, where hopefully it's not raining on us, and when we get down there, everything will be nice and sunny in the morning. Still trying to figure out what happened earlier on. I don't know if we just hit the trailer too close to the edge, but if that was the case, it would have done a lot of damage to the trailer, and it would have almost totaled the truck, because we got airborne with that one, so not quite sure what happened there, but it didn't do any damage to either the truck or trailer, so I'm guessing it might have just been like a glitch, but I've been up and down. Actually, I don't think I was on that section of interstate before, so that might have been the problem. Some of these areas do have little weird collision boxes that pop out, and you can hit them while you're driving the interstate. And I'm thinking that might be what we had happen there, was we just got into a collision box. So we have something going on down here. Costco truck lost some of his load there. He might have faded in his Jake shifting there. We're gonna try to float 8th gear here. We're able to do so pretty easily. Although we did do it a little bit early, and that's at the expense of some RPM and acceleration here. But we're not racing. Literally, it's just drive to survive, so we lose a little bit of speed, ain't gonna hurt nothing. My potential thing I'd have to do is downshift back to 7 high. Glad I got the rain, the rain selector fixed, because that was annoying me. Alright, Sally, come on. You have 1/2 gear to go. You can do it. Oh, maybe not. You got us a hill. A little hill. lost, but we see the sun is now starting to come up. There we go, final gear. Cruise control back on as we now make our way into, I believe this is going to be Kingsland, Florida. Not 100% sure, I don't remember if that is Florida, but it might be. As long as we don't get rain down here, we should be good. Nope, we're still in Georgia, so that's Kingsland, Georgia. We are, however, coming up on the Georgia-Florida line. Didn't want to say that even remotely close to the band that I can't stand. Liked them back in the day, and then now I think we haven't really heard anything from them. That being Florida-Georgia line. Last thing I remember hearing was, what was it? I don't remember that one, Holy or some shit, or May We All, the one with Tim McGraw. Oh, we are getting flagged for a way station, so we are going to pull in. Flagged it forever. So our gross weight is 105,388 pounds. There we go. So now we have crossed over into Florida. The one rarity, I actually did stop at a way station, so I guess that goes on record as a great success. Now the coolest thing that I noticed, and I don't know why I keep going back to the Thrustmaster thing here, but I did notice, and I wanted to make sure, just out of curiosity, is I had loaded up Farming Simulator the other day, and surprise, surprise, my T300 actually works, unlike the Fanatec wheel, which did not. But then again, my whole reasoning behind buying the T300, obviously with the PlayStation Rim, I've got the PS4, so I wanted to be able to have something to where I could actually have fun with the racing games that are on console, like NASCAR Heat 2, Gran Turismo Sport, Project Cars 2, F1 2017, all the racing games and stuff. Actually have a race wheel to do it on. Forgot to put that in 8 high before I engaged cruise control, but nonetheless, now I can literally plug in my console here, and we can I can stream console games. Which is the one thing that I have to respect PlayStation for, unlike Xbox, which is sold out. With the PS4, you have the option to stream to Twitch, YouTube, and it was Hulu or something else. But Xbox has gone the stupid route of, oh, now you have to stream to this service that we provide called Beam. Well, guess what? I've never heard of it, and I'm not gonna fucking use it, so you're out. Now, I have pre-ordered Pure Farming 18 for PC, which I believe that unlocks tomorrow, so after tonight's coverage of the race, hopefully sometime tomorrow, I can get some initial gameplay of Pure Farming 18 in, and hopefully, once again, the wheel and pedals will work on Pure Farming as well. If not, I just go to the backup, the Xbox controller. I still gotta remember the confusing controls on Farming Simulator. It's a lot of double button things. I think this is where we're headed, is Palm Coast up here. And that it is. Discovered Palm Coast. And now, like our Crank It Up cameras, it's about to get really loud as I'm about to go out to this view here. Set of railroad tracks. And a sign that says do not stop on railroad tracks. And our destination is right up here on the right. All the way here, let's just say to hell with it, we're in a hurry. Alright, so nothing got affected by that weird little thing that we hit. Still level 27, let's go ahead and take another quick job here from the freight market, as we are right here on Palm Coast. Now the only places I haven't discovered yet is Miami, Key Largo, Key West, New Smyrna Beach, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. I've driven through Jacksonville, but we haven't gone through it proper to where we have it discovered. But looking at loads here out of the Palm Coast, the fuck is this? We have a trailer that's missing everything. We go to Little Rock, Arkansas. I've been there before. We can take a short hop up to Metter, Georgia. I think we're going to do that. See if we can get us a better load out of there. Where does our load originate out of? Is it Union Pacific? Is our load right here, or is it gonna be further down? Let's take a look. Our load is right here. Back up to her. In. to go. And I'm gonna do here on my cell phone. Alright, let's get this thing rolling. We got a set of double trailers here. Out here in traffic and not get hit. There's no light. There should be a light here, but there is not one. So I'm gonna slowly merge out here in the intersection. Take care not to hit anybody. It is 7:23. We're going to go ahead and turn our lights off. We do have a light up here. Speeder there stopped. Now this is a really light load compared to what we had. We're going to keep the RPMs nice, low, bogged down. As we're going to return northbound on 95. We had a short run. We only have 285 miles to go to get back up to Metter, Georgia. Once we're up in Metter, we're going to see if they've got a different, better variety of cargo, but more importantly, as I see we're closing in on the hour mark, this basically has just been a video to let you guys know that, no, I have not given up on, streaming things other than racing. It just so happens that I couldn't play this game, Farming Sim. I really was kind of hoping that the wheel would work, and it does, so that's always a great thing. But there's some games coming out. I'll be doing a lot of streaming from PlayStation as things come around. I think the first one that unlocks on PlayStation will be A Way Out. That game releases on the 23rd. And then, of course, Far Cry 5. I bought the gold edition of that for PlayStation, so I'm doing some PS streaming of that. And, of course, tomorrow, technically, should be midnight tonight, but I know it'll be more so noon tomorrow. Pure Farming 18, which I did reserve or pre-order on Steam, so we will have that gameplay. As I said earlier, hopefully the steering wheel works on that. really curious to see what it's like to have farms all over the world, but you have to work up your way to get all those farms. It's not like you just, oh, I'm gonna jump from here to there to everywhere else. But I think on the comfort level, if we're gonna go pedal-wise from new pedals to old pedals, the comfort level went from about a 5 to a, almost, I don't want to go straight 10, but the footrest alone, with it not being made out of metal, the pedals not all being as rough and abrasive as the V3s were, the comfort level is pretty close to a 10 compared to the V3. If we're just going to go comparison of V3 to these, I really kind of like these more, but the one thing I would like to do is maybe eventually, like I said, get the TA3PA Pros, which those are basically just a metal base, metal everything with a stand on it so you can invert your pedals, which is the one thing I've always wanted to do, is invert my, oh, look at this, we've got another speeder stopped. Florida is cracking down on them speeders. I've always wanted to invert pedals. Now, I had my G27s inverted, but that was craziness. So we're back into Georgia here. We're gonna drive through the town of Kingsland on our way up to Metter. Now, obviously, we haven't discovered it because we've never met her yet. Haha. But it looks like a little bit further up than I thought. It should be up right around maybe mid-state. You know, it's not Savannah side. It's gonna be probably in between Savannah and Atlanta. We still do have 183 miles to go to get to there. We just crossed into Georgia, so roughly a little over 180 miles from the Georgia line. Okay, now I have to use it from the Florida-Georgia line. We're gonna just roll up here, and hopefully it's not like a really, really small town, and they don't have a lot of good cargoes, ones that aren't going like way west. And we've got, what is this, an accident up here? Oh god, oh, that's a mangled car. Oh, I thought I'm not sure, but I thought I saw a blue tarp over one of those vehicles, indicating that that is a fatality accident. Although, usually, typically, when you see a fatality, it's got a yellow tarp. Still, it did look like that first car, or last car in line there, did have a tarp over it, so we might have had a fatality accident there. 95 is known for it. I fucking hated driving up and down it back in the day, and not so bad here. Notice that these little stutters that the game gets, it's not because of the saving system anymore, it's because of the map size. Seeing how we have Canada Dream and Coast to Coast in here, as well as the 4 stock states: Arizona, New Mexico, California, and Nevada. But I am going to have to check out the SCS forum and see, well, actually not the forum, but the website, and see how the progress is going on the next state to be added into the roster here out of the stables, which would be the state of Oregon. Another vehicle here, but these guys are not seeming to care. Fire truck stopped there, helping out that guy with the burned out car. Arson! It was arson! Retighten dropping speed here like a boat anchor too. Ow. It's hard to run a screw up when you're also trying to drive at the same time. Oh shit, there's our exit right there. Sorry guys. Didn't mean to cut anybody off. It's also another byproduct of not paying attention because you're doing something else stupid. We almost would have missed our exit. Kenworth has that disc brakes. Oh, met her 95 miles. What we got going on here? Trucks, trailers use right lane. Oh, look at this. We got some kind of sophisticated scales here. Oh, it's light again. Well, interesting to know that we got a fire engine in here. Oh, I didn't look at our fuel. We are about dry here. This time our gross weight is 86,341 pounds. Alright, I want to know who works for the damn ICC that can afford a fucking Porsche to drive to work. That guy does not need to be working for the ICC at a chicken coop if he's driving a Porsche. We're on I-16, 73 miles out. We'll have plenty of fuel to make it back, or make it to our destination here. But before we pick another load, we're gonna have to fuel the truck up. Now, since this truck doesn't have the digital odometer and all that funny stuff like, all the cool stuff like the 389 had, I do eventually want to jump back behind the wheel of the 389 or buy another different variant of it, as I do have plenty of money to do so. I'll probably end up buying that truck off camera. That way I can customize it the way I want it. And it doesn't take up like half an hour of just watching me put things on, take things off, add this, take that off. So you know what? We don't stop cheerio. Let's take a look down here at this little double fuel station. Playing freaking stopping the dinglos. I almost think we should have went the other way for fuel. Actually, no, this is a pretty large. We have a VP truck pulling in here. W9. So let's get this sucker filled back up. That's it. Oh, let's get this double trailer back on the interstate. Don't know when it's safe to pull out. Hey, what's up, man? Long time no see. Same thing for me, actually. We're gonna jump back on I-16, I believe it is. Wow, that dude had some balls to cut in front of a semi. So we discovered, well, we didn't discover jack shit, but we stopped at that little truck stop there, got our K-Dub all loaded back up with fuel. Drive the remaining 39 miles into Metter, Georgia. Yes, there's all kinds of cheesy jokes running through my head right now about the name of that town. I had a feeling that lane was gonna end. One random road event I have not seen in this map yet, I've been looking for, is the alligators. Not the animal, the big rubber chunks of tire tread. See our destination flag coming up. I'm in no hurry to get anywhere anymore. Sounds more like a Detroit Jake brake than it does a Caterpillar. It sounds more like a 60 series Detroit than it does a C15. It seems like when you get that distinctive rattle or the clapping, as I call it, it sounds a lot more like a Detroit. Right about there. I think my movements are a lot smoother on a Thrustmaster versus the old Fanatec. And of course, we had a fuel station right here, and the only thing we have for loads coming out of here is going to be a tidbit. Wait here for the traffic to die off. pickup's almost ate the nose of my truck. Assholes. I'd merge into you guys. That right there sounds like a Detroit. They're gonna be pissed at me because I had to sit here and wait to do this. But we're just gonna do the, yeah, I'm not giving two shits about parking XP. Now, Metter, we have one freaking load and it's going all the way to New Mexico. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Macon, Georgia. So we're going to go to world map. Actually, no, let's head up to Atlanta. But on our way through, let's stop at Macon. I want to put my sights on the garage here at Macon. So we can, we're just going to bobtail to Macon. Oh, jeez. Looks like never going to get around this shit. Ah, your phone. Alright, let's see if we can get our way the hell out of here. Oh boy, another truck. Which one is it? Another oldie but goodie. Holy shit, there's a, that's a tight gap they put me in here. We have 50 miles to Deadhead to, or not Deadhead, Bobtail to Macon. Oh, nice. Highly doubt it'll top Viper's 389, but Pena does do some pretty good stuff. Bog this thing down. Right on. Does it have custom sounds? You know I'm all about those custom sounds. Oh, we had a GPS truck pulled over. Sometimes taking the Jake brake off actually works here because I can let out the throttle and it just rolls. You don't need it when you're bobtail. It looks like Macon's actually a pretty big ass city. It had quite a few towns or businesses. See, we're coming up on Macon here. That goes to nowhere. Just noticed. Just an up, down. Man, the cops are really cracking down on truckers. Traffic light here, which we do. Hello, almost slammed into that. See if we can beat this guy on the light change here. I was sleeping on that one. Ah. I win. So we are going to buy our headquarters here in Macon, Georgia. We have one in the south now. That'll always be a good thing to have. Yes, I would like to buy that garage. Now we're going to roll in. Oh, back up. First, I think we will do our servicing here in our shop. Get rid of that. Manage this garage now. We're gonna upgrade it to a 5 bay for 100 grand. So now we got 5 slots. The only thing left to see is if they have a dealer here in town, which we're gonna find out. Now we got jobs aplenty here, but looks like one of them would have to be a dealer. You wouldn't have 2 repair centers here if you didn't have a dealership. say it's a dealership up here, but could be wrong. That's our first repair center. Won't be getting up over that. I don't think that's a dealership, but there are a shit ton of trucks there. Oh, Volvos. This is being the fancy service center like there is in Las Vegas. But good spot for us to get this truck backed into. All the trunk and lights like that. Nothing matters with going around. So let's take a look at the job market here in Macon. That's what I like seeing. We can go all the way to whoop Northwest Territories with that load. Oh, damn it. Gotta drop back down now to Macon. See, we got 3 pages of loads. All these are going stupid far. Saskatchewan, Quebec, Oregon, Saskatchewan. That one is, I'm trying to, wow. Go to Vermont, Ontario. Take a look over Des Moines. We've been there already. I don't think we've been to Burlington, Vermont, so guess we'll take some used packaging. We used to use things. I see those raindrops starting to fall. Best Buy. In my way. Shark. Get moving. Get the hell out of here with that little shit. Let's get hooked up to our load here. Should be Macon to Burlington, Vermont. Oh, there's right there. Slam there. Hook up to our load. Get a look at our W900 here. Now that we've done about probably over 1,000 miles. Go inside, sign the paperwork, get the bill of ladings and everything all right, and we'll jump back behind the wheel and do our 1,200 mile trip. save this one here and save that 1,200 mile trip because that's going to take a while to do. But we will be doing more of this and plenty more games now. I'm back with wheel and pedals and shifter and oh my.